You don't have Instagram. Red flag number 1. He doesn't answer the call, he declines it. I was like, oh, who's that? And he was like, oh, it's just my sister. So the same Samantha that called you now is the same Samantha that called you in the gas station. But when it was in the gas station, it's your brother. And when it's now in the car, it's your sister. Brother, sister, brother, sister. I mean, she's transgender. How can a man lie on a woman and say that she's dead? I don't like my bed. Every single time I have to fake make my bed, you guys. That's not good. Take me as I am. It's 9 o'clock. Why would my bed be late? See that? It's my bedtime. It's really my bedtime. What's up, guys? It's your girl Yinkaa back in with another video. Happy love day to all you people. It's been a really long time since I've done a story time on my channel. So if this is your first time here, you so lucky because my story times are really juicy. Happy love day. I'm so sorry you had to figure out that your nigga was talking to another girl today. Yeah, happy all of that. I feel like every Valentine's Day I try to make a story time or some kind of rant about like how I feel about Valentine's Day. This Valentine's Day, I'm not that mad at it. Even though I'm single, this is the first time I'm really happy being single. My situation could be a lot worse. I could be in a relationship and be sad as hell. I'm here to make those of us who are single on this Valentine's Day laugh. I don't have money to send you flowers, but I definitely have the capacity to bring you laughter. So that's what we're here for today. Today's gonna be a cheeky little story time, is that what they say in the UK? About the worst ever date that I've been on. My worst date ever. So this happened last year. I took a little quick trip to Miami. I ran into a bus stop at Toronto Pearson Airport. Now, this guy, right? It's not that he was cute. It's not that he was super cute. He wasn't anything to brag about. He was calm, like a calm 7. You feel me? Our baby's gonna be ugly. Okay, here's a 7 out of 10. I seen him looking at me at the airport and I had to pretend like I didn't see him. When you go to the airport, make sure you dress nice, cozy and cute, okay? So I was just minding my business. Whatever, I sat down. I'm not gonna lie, I could have put a seat like far away from him, but I sat in his vicinity because I seen him looking at me. I said, if you want to show it, I'm gonna give it to you. I didn't sit close to him or nothing, but I definitely could have sat far away. But I sat there, I'm like, you know what? Let's just see where this goes. So I sat there and yeah, see, he didn't even take time. I mean, I set my bag down like this, bag on. The bastard came and sit beside me. He started talking to me and he did not have like a regular Canadian accent. I think he had like a little bit of a UK accent. His accent was like, you could tell he was Nigerian first off the bat. I could tell he was Nigerian, and then again I could tell that he either schooled in boarding school or he schooled abroad. But yeah, he was talking to me, asking me where I was going, even though we were sitting at the same gate. He was just asking me where I'm from in Toronto, whatever. I said I'm from Brampton, but like I just moved, you know, just give him a little background, but not too much information, you feel me? The conversation was getting way too long. So I told him, oh, before we got on our flight, I wanted to go get something from duty free. And instead of him saying okay, he said, no, let me come with you. See, Nigerian guys are way too forward. So he said, yeah, let me come with you. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna say nah, chill. If you wanna come, then come. So we're both walking to the duty free now, still talking, asking me general questions about where I school and stuff like that. We go to the duty free now and I'm just looking around at different perfumes. Like I said, I didn't want to buy anything to begin with. I did not have money. I didn't have any cash dollars to buy no fucking perfume. Should I show you my collection? I have enough. It's not that I didn't have the money, but I was not gonna spend it there. Yeah, I didn't have no fucking money for that. But I was walking around, I did not do the window shopping. So I'm not doing window shopping. I'm touching the perfumes that I like, the perfumes that I already have. I'm really just smelling. I'm like, oh, I really like this one. And he was like, oh, let me smell, you know, like we were doing as if people probably looked at us and thought we were a couple. He was really like really comfortable. Like it wasn't no shy, nothing. So yeah, he was smelling the perfumes with me. And I was like, oh, I want this one, but you know what? Put it down because I don't have the money. We're about to walk out. I'm like, oh, but they don't have the one that I really want. He was like, oh, but still get something, like, you know. I now told him the truth. I said, please, I don't have money to waste. I don't have any shame. If I don't get the cash, I don't get the cash. And he was like, no, I'll get it for you. I mean, if it's your own money, sir. So no, get it, I'll pay for it. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, you just met me and you're spending money on me. I tried to play it up like, how many girls do you do this to? And he was like, no, you said you wanted it. If you want it, get it. And they're like, okay. The emperor, the champion, the lion is here. Bro, I really thought for a second, I'm like, damn, okay. Oh, okay. He said I should get the perfume. He was like, actually, get your favorite 3. Now, sir, see, now what you're not gonna do is that. The minute I feel like I don't like taking gifts from niggas because number one, I try to do things to prevent my moo button from being turned on. I know like another girl would probably just take it, but like for me personally, I don't want to be blinded by the gifts that you're getting me. I just like felt like in that moment that he was trying to, even if he got it like that, I just felt like he was trying to show me that he got it like that, and I wasn't gonna let him, you know. It just felt off, especially coming from Nigerian men. They just feel like that guy, and imagine him months later saying, I bought you this, I bought you that, I bought you this. I don't want niggas will go on the street and tell people, oh yeah, I bought her stuff. I don't want to hear that. I'm not gonna hear I don't know you, so I'm gonna kindly decline. You had me with the 1, but once you mentioned the 3, I was out of there. He would not leave me alone. We walked it back to the boarding area. He was flying business class, and he said, he walked up to the thing, and he was like, oh, is there another seat in business class? Would I be able to like upgrade somebody's seat? I don't know whether he was, you know, I don't believe nothing these niggas say, man. I don't know whether he was trying to form, because when I checked in, I know that it was a fully booked flight, because it didn't give me the option to upgrade nothing, and I'm pretty sure he saw the same stuff. But maybe that's just common sense for me. Comes back and sit down and tells me, oh yeah, I was trying to buy you a business class flight because I wanted you to sit next to me. It's okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So before we boarded the flight, he comes up to me and he was like, okay, let me get your number. And I'm like, you can't have my number, you can have my Instagram or my Snapchat. He was like, he doesn't use Instagram, he doesn't have Instagram. You don't have Instagram. Red flag number 1. Why are you lying to me, sir? Anyways, he said he didn't have Instagram. You can have my number. So I give him my number, and that was that. We went on the flight. When I came off the flight, he was nowhere to be found. What if he was meeting a girl at a connecting flight? I don't know, but I didn't see him. Okay, but he had my number. Anyway, so I guess he came back from Miami, and he finally messaged me like probably like 3 weeks later. I could be very dramatic, and he could have messaged me a whole week later, but in my head, if you don't message me the same day, then you took forever to message me. Hey, how do you know I didn't die? How do you know I did not die? He messages me, and then we just start our whole, I guess, relationship from there, or a friendship from there. I remember one time, like, he checked off all the boxes on my list. I have a whole checklist in my notes about everything I want in my man. He checked off every single box. I just remember one specific day, we finished having a conversation, and I was like cutting onions or something. I was in the kitchen and I was cooking. I was just thinking about the guy, like, oh my god, like, I was smiling and I caught myself saying, yeah, this is a spell. Something to write here, something to write. This guy have done jazz on me. He wrote down my name somewhere. I know that guy has my name written down somewhere in the ground. There's no way. I was like, hey, yeah, they got me. They almost got everything. They thought they got me, but they didn't get me for real, because I caught myself. This guy was too good to be true. There's no way I'm chopping onions and I'm dreaming about you. Yeah. After that, I was on him. Yeah, Detective Yinks is on the case. Call me fucking Nancy Drew, bitch. It's either that this guy is a complete lie, or he's done jazz and I cannot see the truth. Everything was everything. He had everything. Like, Sierra prayed for this nigga too. I'm surprised she didn't get him. No Instagram. So one day I just straight up asked him, and I say this to a lot of guys if I don't hear from them or I feel like something's off, I just say it as a joke. One day he didn't answer me, and I said something like, oh, it's either you're really busy or you have another family of 4 that I don't know about. This specific scenario has happened to me twice. The man said, oh, we'll talk. What do you mean we'll talk? What do you mean we'll talk? Nigga, I was joking. Sir? Baby, what? What do you mean? Let's call him John. So John calls me now, right? I'm surprised. I'm giving him a name 30 minutes in. And he's like, I don't know how to say it. I'm like, just say it. Just say it. Let's have it. The guy now comes and says, I have a 2-year-old daughter. Man, what kind of headache is this? What? My head started doing wing. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean got a 2-year-old kid? Where? When? How? How? Granted, I didn't really know him enough like that, but like that's something you tell somebody like pretty early on. No, I would think so. That is one of my it's a big no-no, and it's not because of the kid in particular. That's the thing. It's not because of the kid. It's because of the baby mom. You're tied to that woman for life. I'm signing up for a full-time ex-girlfriend in your life. I'm not signing up for that. Not me. And I think I've expressed this to him in the past, that like, oh, I don't talk to guys with kids. Maybe that's why he didn't tell me, but I said I don't talk to guys with kids, but it's not even because of the kid, it's because of the baby moms. Like, I don't want that drama. And he was like, oh, I think, yeah, he said something about like how he understands or whatever, and he didn't. That moment gone, you could have told me you had a child. The kid lives with his mom. The kid lives with his mom because his baby mother died. I'm like, how did she die? And he was like, he doesn't feel like getting into it. I didn't believe him, but I did not believe him either. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, okay, like, why would anybody lie about their baby moms being dead? And I just said, if somebody tells me that they lost their girlfriend, I'm gonna say sorry, like, you know. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you. He was like, yeah, happened 2 years ago, da 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 da. He was like, he doesn't really feel like getting into it right now, but like when the time is right, he'll tell me all about it. What can I say? I couldn't say anything to that. So I was like, okay, well, thank you for telling me, but I need to think about this, whatever, because, you know, there's still a child. That was it. After that conversation, it kind of died down. I don't know, but it didn't just die down on my end, it died down on both of our ends. Like, we stopped communicating with each other as much until my birthday came around. So yeah, on my birthday, he was like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? And I didn't say it. I said nothing, it's okay, because yeah. He was like, no, I have to get you something. And I had just gotten out of the hospital that time, so I didn't really like, I wasn't really in the mood like that. But I told him that I was in the hospital, so he was like, okay, like, what's your address? I'm gonna send something to your house. So he sent me flowers, which was really cute. I really appreciated that. This is towards the end of July. So after he told me about his whole baby mom thing, I was still like just thinking about it, like, how's this gonna work? Like, you know, like his kid, how did his mom die? How did the baby mother die? Like, that was still on the back of my head. I had so many questions. So first things first, he said he was gonna pick me up like around, I think it was like around 3. We're gonna go to the mall real quick, and then we're gonna go to a restaurant. He picked me up, and first we went to the mall. We went to a mall far away. I don't know what he was doing or who he was linking up with, but that wasn't my business, okay? So I was sitting in the car for like literally, like, we were driving for like 30-40 minutes. It was annoying, it was hot, I just didn't think I would be sitting in a car for that long. I go in the mall with him, and he was like, oh, he was basically telling me to go do my own thing, and he'll not come and meet me. I said, no, what kind of shady shit is this nigga about? I'm following you, I don't care. I'm following you. Where are you going? And he had a couple bags in his hand, so I thought he probably just looked like he just had to do a bunch of returns. So I'm like, what do you have to do? He's like, well, I just have to return this. And then I was like, why are you moving weird about it? Like, let's go return it. Can you believe? Can you believe? And niggas be doing this. Is not the first time that a nigga did this in front of my face. I'm not gonna expose the other nigga, but we went into the Louis Vuitton store. He bought a shirt from Louis Vuitton, a regular t-shirt from Louis Vuitton. He clearly wore the shirt. There was a dirt, like, you could see the sweat on the shirt, and he tried to return the shirt. If I can see it, I know for a fact the cashier can see it. What are you doing here, sir? Why are you embarrassing us like this? But he was still so adamant on returning the shirt. The person was like, no, I can't take this, da 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 da. I said, what's going on here, man? I thought you had the money to get a cash dollar. What's going on? You have the money to buy this something. It's only $1,000. Okay? But yeah, he was so adamant on returning the shirt. But yeah, anyways, they didn't take the shirt from him, and he was pissed off. So that was kind of weird. So then we were walking around the Louis Vuitton store after, like, we were walking around the store looking at different stuff, and he just asked me if I wanted anything. Like, what do you mean if I want anything? Like, I'm not trying to, please. After that, we walked around the mall for maybe like an hour. We went to different stores. He bought me a couple of things. It was nice. After that, this is now when the shiggy begins. So that's now red flag number 3 now. The first one was no Instagram. Second one is your baby mom's is you have a kid, you just now remember you got a 2-year-old daughter. Okay, buddy. Number 3 now, you're trying to return the shirt at Louis Vuitton, which that you clearly wore, sir. Come on now. After we've been cruising around the whole Toronto, we've been scanning the road for Google Maps, and he was coming out the car like every now and then, because I think he had to do some drop-offs or something. But that car ride was long, man. After that, he now finished his gas. Okay, he finished his gas, and we stopped at the gas station. This is when the God I serve came right through. I'm sitting there in the car. He's going to go pump the gas, and he pumps the gas, and he walks into the gas station, and he gets a call. I'm in the car, and I see the car is still on. It's not like started, but it's still on, and I can see that he's getting a call on the car. It doesn't connect to the car, but I can see the name that called him. But I see a girl's name pop up on his phone, and he got the new Apple CarPlay. He has an emoji beside shorty's name, and I'm like, who's that? So let's just say her name was Samantha. Samantha calls. Now, me personally, I have a bunch of guy friends, and I ain't saved with no fucking red heart in you're gonna be mad I'm stuttering. You're gonna be mad I'm stuttering. I'm not saved with no red heart in my guy friends' phones, okay? So I'm looking at him inside the gas station, and the way he's talking all aggravated. And I could tell it wasn't a girl that he was like talking to. It just gave baby mother. It just gave baby mother. Like he seemed agitated, irritated. I don't know, or maybe baby mother or sister, just somebody mad he was mad comfortable with. It didn't seem like he was talking gently. It didn't seem, I don't know, it gave ex-girlfriend or sister, like literally. The man ain't never told me he had a sister, but then again, he never told me he had a kid, so I really don't know. He gets in the car and his energy seems a little bit off, but you can tell he's hiding it. So we were driving, I'm like, oh, who called you before? Like your energy just changed. Yeah, he said, oh, nobody, it was just one of my bros. Yes. I got come here. Yo, what? Repeat it again. What did you say, brother? Your brother's name is Samantha with the red hearts? I guess that's why I'm assuming he didn't see that I saw who called him in the car. He didn't know the phone was still connected, but I seen. I mean, maybe your bro used Samantha's phone to call you, because me, I don't understand. I don't get. I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want to start nothing. So I said, you know what? Let me take it. Big mama. Put it in my pocket. Samantha calls again as we're driving, and now I see that Samantha calls. He doesn't answer the call, he declines it. I was like, oh, who's that? And he was like, oh, it's just my sister. So the same Samantha that called you now is the same Samantha that called you in the gas station. But when it was in the gas station, it's your brother, and when it's now in the car, it's your sister. Brother, sister, brother, sister. Abi, she's transgender. Abi, she's transitioning. I don't understand, because please. My head is struggling me. What's going on? What do you mean? Can we run it back? What do you say? We go on the date, and I'm telling you, this Samantha is calling for urgent stuff. I never seen a call from brother again. He called like 3 times, and he declined it every single time. So the whole day I was just quiet, and then he was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's getting mad at me because I'm quiet, and he could tell that I'm catching on to what's going on. No, you told me that your brother called you while you were in the gas station, but the name that popped up on your phone or on your car said Samantha. Who's Samantha? Like, I don't get it. That doesn't make sense. Why did you have to lie about it if it was just your sister? I didn't lie. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm not even gonna press you. And when I said I'm not even gonna press you, that's when he started flipping. He was like, I didn't want to tell you because you already said that. I'm like, tell me what, nigga, tell me what? Tell me what? Tell me what? Wait, what? Nigga tried to gaslight me into saying like this was all my fault, that he had to lie to me. What are you talking? Whoa, chill. Let's cancel. I don't want to subscribe to this bullshit no more. Cancel my subscription. Yeah, so he now comes and confesses the truth. He told me, yeah, it was his baby mother, whatever. He he just comes flat out and tells the truth. I said, somebody that's alive, you've told me, was dead. How can a man lie on a woman and say that she's dead? Dinner was scrumdiddly yum. Dinner was great, exquisite. It was a great restaurant. But after that, I never spoke to that man again in my entire life. Obviously, would you talk to him? No. And that was the worst date I ever went to in my whole life. I've had some bad ones, but lying on your whole baby ones, that takes the cake. Thank you so much for listening to today's story time. I want you to remember that as long as this story time exists, your Valentine's Day and your romantic life is not that bad. I refuse to be a victim. I am now a terrorist. I am now a terrorist. I will not fall victim to these men. I'm tired of telling you bad stories. Next year I will tell you a good story in Jesus' name. Oh yeah, pray with me. Father Lord, I pray in the mighty name of Jesus, but by this time next year I will not be able to tell any negative story time. Father Lord, I come to you today and I commit every single bastard into your hands, and I ask that you do not allow my path to align with theirs. Let me not see them again, Father. Let me not see them again. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Bye bye.